InspectorKev, when you need a fix, get InspectorKev.
Hey, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be cleaning our dryer ductwork as well as our dryer exhaust vents. And we're just going to need a few tools. We're going to need a brush for our actual vents and we're going to need a brush for our actual ductwork, which is going to be a longer brush here. And a power tool and of course a nice little vacuum cleaner. First we're going to detach the vacuum from the wall. Once we get the attachment, we'll go ahead and connect our rod inside of our power drill. And the power drill is what's going to spin that brush inside of your ductwork. So make sure you put this in and make sure you only go in a clockwise direction so that your tubing doesn't come apart. And I also put an extra little bit of tape onto my brush as well onto each individual section to make sure the individual parts will stay together and not come apart within my ductwork. So that could create another problem for you. So I decided to do this to myself as a plumber wanted to charge me, or a ductwork cleaner wanted to charge me $320 just to clean out 23 feet of pipe. I said, man, I could do this myself for about $18, the price of the rod as well as the brushes. And I already had a power drill, so I think I could do it myself. And the 23, fortunately my builder put a number on the piping so I knew exactly how long my pipe was. So 23 feet is what I have. The 23 which is represented on my pipe. So if you have a number on your pipe, it may be how long your ductwork is. But getting back to the clean, you want to make sure you're going up and down slowly. Don't try to force it up into there. And you can see that dust is falling out. Dust, lint, or whatever else is trapped inside your pipe is falling out. If you look real close, you can notice that the floor of the dryer tray is getting a lot dirtier, and you can see all the dust is coming out. So make sure you want to wear a mask in this situation because dust is going to be throughout the room. So you want to make sure you have a mask on to protect yourself. And then again, I'm just do a few going without the power drill. Then I'm gonna turn the power drill on again. And right there is where I hit the top of something. So I didn't want to force it past that point. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't breaking anything. So this is where I got my pipe tubing all the way up inside of my ductwork. And I'm making sure to get as far as I can inside of that piping. As for my situation, I cannot reach the outside of my ductwork because it's very high on my second floor of the residence. So for that case, if I have to clean outside, I would have to hire someone just because I can't reach the height. And make sure you want to go ahead and pull this out slowly. And of course, you're going to get some more dust coming out. And it's good to see that the head stayed on. So that's why you want to make sure to tape each individual joint as well as tape the brush onto the rod to make sure you're giving yourself a little more security. And only go in a clockwise direction when you're inside the piping. Do not try to reverse because that's going to loosen your connectors and make things stuck inside of your dryer ductwork. And for this part, it's not necessary, but I just put this in there to make sure that I have got all the cleaning out, at least at the frontal part of the piping. Make sure. So I just give it a few swirls here, just get the final dust out of it. I've already cleaned the lint tray in the front, so I'm just gonna focus on the back. And once I do that, I'm gonna vacuum it up, and then I'm just gonna start to put it back together. So right now we're pretty much finished. And for the actual dryer exhaust vent, you can either clean this out or you can throw it away. Sometimes it's more
InspectorKev, when you need a fix, get InspectorKev.